Sessions and Lessons Unscripted.
Let's go.
And now your hosts, Joel and Gloria Rosario.
Hello, everybody. This is your buddy Joel Rosario, and welcome to the Sessions and Lessons Unscripted podcast. I almost forgot what the name of our podcast was. Sitting here to my right, the lovely, the beautiful, funny, add whatever description here, Gloria Rosario, everybody. How are you, Gloria?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Hopefully everyone's doing well. I hope everybody's been having a great day. Uh, how was your day, Gloria? How are you doing?
I went to buy plants today.
Oh, here we go. It's
And it
it's starting.
begins. My fingers are itchy. Like I'm getting.
Oh,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, Gloria, everybody out there, Gloria is has quite the green thumb. Once the weather breaks, so watch out. We're planting all kinds of stuff, and she's shoving random stuff in my face to try, which I have no idea what it is.
Not yet. We haven't gotten to that point yet in summer.
But yeah. Um. So, anyways, all right. Me, I've been doing all right, but I've mentioned mentioned this in past episode how I've been feeling a little mentally beat up and just kind of. I mean, I'm doing okay. I'm not. Don't by any means. I'm not complaining or anything, but uh, I've I've been better, admittedly, and been dealing with some stuff lately. But I'm making it work. I'm surviving, so you know, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course I do. I live with you.
Oh, yeah, she knows everything. Well, not everything.
No, I know everything. I know all.
So, yeah, we were talking about. I mean, I guess we'll just get right into it, right? I mean, so uh, we were talking about being bullied as an adult. And I'll spare you all the details right now, but we were talking about being bullied as an adult, and we were also talking about being bullied over your physical appearance or whatever, and assumptions people make or whatever. By any means, I don't want to offend anyone or don't trigger anyone. So, uh, the subject, I guess, is kind of being overweight and kind of dealing with it.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Which they say most Americans are overweight, right? But it is no secret out there for everyone in podcast land. I am a pretty big dude. Have been struggling with my weight for a long time. And it's been up and down for a good chunk of my life. And there's been times where I've been doing super great and some not so great. So, and I know a lot of people out there listening go through the same thing, right? I mean, and not really big, but struggling with weight nonetheless or anything like that. I'm sure like a good majority of you out there struggle with that.
I would say so. I haven't. Maybe it's just the way that I am. Like I've always been like confident. Like I don't care what people call me. Like if I'm overweight or a biggins or chonchis or whatever you want to call me. Like you can call me what you want, but you can never call me ugly. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's just I guess it's a personal thing that everyone, feels differently about.
Yeah, and there's absolutely nothing wrong. I think everyone should be comfortable in their own skin, no matter what, right? And let's just face it, being overweight, it's something you can change, right? You can do things to make it, get more in shape or look better or feel better or whatever. Mainly to feel better, right? Because let's face it, it can be a big health issue um, for a lot of people. And so, you should be comfortable, 100% comfortable in your own skin. And people don't have a right to stand there and judge you, especially if you're not, you know, a size, 0. I don't think they have the right to really judge you about it.
No, and it's nobody else's business what's going on, with your body or, your self-image. Like, I think for the most part, the vast majority of people who have struggled with weight, don't really it doesn't always kind of hit the same with different people.
Yeah, everyone's different.
Everyone's
Yep.
different. Sometimes it's emotional eating,
Yeah.
sometimes it's binge eating, sometimes it's just stress eating. I know I am a stress eater. Like,
Yeah.
that's always been my thing.
Yeah.
I've never really been like a size 5. Like I think I was a size 5 when I was like 9. You know what I mean? Like um and I'm okay with that. Like I, I we were talking about this earlier and I think I mentioned to you that like now that I'm actually losing weight, I'm starting to feel uncomfortable in my body, the way that it's like slowly changing.
I don't. I don't know. I think it's great you're losing weight, but I don't. Can you explain that a little bit? Because how would you feel bad?
Not necessarily. I guess it's not necessarily a fear of like change or anything. It's just like I've grown so accustomed to like not caring about people's opinions. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I find the older I get, the less I
oh,
care.
I don't care, but
Yeah,
it just feels weird, because like I said, I've never been like a size 5. Never gonna be a size
right.
5, like especially now in my age. Like, I'm just trying to get down to a healthy weight to where,
Yeah, you're not even. You don't even have like a specific target,
no, I don't.
right?
I don't even step on the scale anymore.
Right.
Remember, I was obsessing about that for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
I was, and I'd get mad because I'd gain like a pound and then I'd lose 3 pounds and then I'd gain 2.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? I just need to like stop focusing on the numbers and, I've seen the results,
Mhm.
and it's just like a
And then
change.
once people like kind of notice it, it's kind of reassuring is not the word I'm looking for, but you feel a certain way, right? Like when people just randomly say, "Hey, you look good. You're losing weight."
I don't know. I don't like attention in any way.
Oh,
I like to be in like just kind of
yeah, but that's still a confirmation that you're going the right
oh, for
direction.
sure, for sure. But I don't need confirmation from anybody because I feel awesome. I feel great. My
Mhm.
energy's up. Um, my clothes are fitting better. And that's another thing. Like I feel weird shopping for clothes because I've always kind of known what fits my body.
Right.
And
That's one of the worst things about, I guess, losing weight, right? It's great to lose weight, but then now now you have to buy a whole new wardrobe.
do you remember how sad okay, so there was this dress that I remember
Yeah.
around the wedding time there was this dress that I had been wanting for a long time.
Hmm.
And I think the dress was like at like 290 or something like that.
Yeah,
And
you got a super deal on the dress.
yeah, I got the dress for like $50.
Yeah, it was
And with
crazy.
coupons and the Christmas sales and all that stuff. I
We were
bought
having plans for that dress too, like we're gonna dress up a certain way,
yeah,
go out.
go
Yeah.
out and and it's a really nice dress. It's
Yeah.
something that you have to go to like a wedding or some kind of like fancy event. It's not just like a normal dress. It's like a dressy
Yeah, it's
dress.
it's a dressy dress, yeah.
And so when I first got it, it fit perfect.
Hmm.
It fit right in the right places and it was loose where it needed to be and it just looked great.
Right.
And then I remember that not too long ago I tried it and the dress fit me bigger. Like it was
Well,
loose,
right.
And I remember I told you I was like I'm kind of sad that like I
Yeah, but
never
you can always have the
I
dress
know, but it was
altered.
just kind of like the shock of it like holy
Yeah.
crap, like I really am.
If anything, I think that should have put a smile on your face.
No, and I was sad, and I actually
That's
called,
kind of weird,
I called my sister,
right?
and I was like, "Dude, I should be, like, really excited about this, but I'm not." and it's just like, I don't know. I guess it's like a mental thing,
Yeah, I agree with
the
that.
fear of change. And
Yeah.
like I said, I feel weird in certain clothes that I've always felt comfortable in because I'm losing weight, and it's just like it's not fast. Let's be clear about that. I haven't been losing like weight fast, but it's been like at a slow, steady pace.
Which is probably the preferred way.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been doing my best to kind of, feed everybody in the house better, and, encouraging people to, change their eating habits as
Right.
much as I can because, I want everybody to be healthy, especially like,
Yeah, and I mean, health is the number one priority when it comes to that.
right. And with, and I know I bring this up almost every episode, but again, with my grandmother's health and my mother's health, and,
Yeah, you have to be healthy.
right. And it's like I have to take care of myself so I could take care of them,
Yep.
and it's just like you have to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Is that, and as I've lost weight, my blood pressure and everything else has gotten like normal, you know, and that's good,
That is very good.
but again, I want to emphasize like be comfortable where you're at. If you're overweight or
And
whatever,
I like that. Like, be comfortable where you're at.
right? Be okay
You
with
can
your body.
always change it.
Right. Be okay with your body. And if somebody doesn't like your body, well, oh well, that's none of your business. Again, my motto,
Yeah,
how you feel about me is none of my business.
exactly.
You
And
know,
then you have to, especially when you're an adult, you have to have some sort of, I was going to say decorum, but you should know better. You're not a child, making fun of people.
right? And I think it's easy with like social media and people just, being a lot more um desensitized to others' feelings. It's easy for
That
people
and
to,
like what they call it, keyboard warriors, where
right,
they troll and say stuff, and oh, they'll never know who I am.
right. And it's not even about knowing who you are or not. Just
It's just about being a respectful human being, basically, right?
yeah, and it's just like I said, be comfortable in your body, whether you're overweight, underweight, skinny, big, really tiny, really tall, like just be comfortable in it because you only have one body.
True, very true. I know for me personally, I've always been on the bigger side. Plus, what's that saying? Big boned.
Big bone.
Um, I've always been kind of a big guy. I mean, I have wide shoulders. I mean, I'm a big guy. Like, even if I was completely not overweight, I'd probably be a bigger, stocky guy.
Right.
So I know when I was a kid, all you older guys out there, older people, will remember the husky section of the Sears or Montgomery Ward or whatever. Yeah, I would periodically be in the husky section of of the store. But anyways, it's always been an up and down thing for me. Like I said, it's there's been periods of my life where I wasn't so bad. I know in recent years, I would say especially after uh, I don't want to say it right after I became a widower, but
Hmm.
for a while I've just like I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't go to bars, none of that stuff. I've never did that. And but my thing is eating, right? So I'm a big time stress eater. Um and then mix that with just not caring anymore, like not for what my for whatever, we can get into a ton of stuff with that, like my mental issues and all of that stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's just a combination of things, really. But my thing, I know when we were talking about stuff or talking about this, it was more about like people's perception and bullying and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like people think bullying stops when you're like in grade school or high school, and adults get bullied too. I mean, just look on social media and stuff.
Right.
So, uh, especially when you're an overweight person, to me, you become like an easy target when you're overweight, right? And it's like at some points, I'm like, want to tell people, can you just get new, just get new material? Because it's like you guys are picking at the lowest fruit on the tree.
Right.
Like, okay,
But that
you're.
just shows intelligence.
Yeah, I thought about that. It's like I don't know. It's like you can't think of anything else. And look, I admit, and I'd like to hear what other people say about this. I've mentioned before that I'm very self-deprecating. I joke around. I like to joke around, even to my uh dismay, I guess. But and you know how I am. I like I'll call myself names and do stuff like that, which most people will tell you, "Oh, you should never do that." Which I agree. I know what you're saying. Like you should never insult yourself or belittle yourself, and especially in front of other people. But I think some people take that as license to act a certain way. What would you
Right.
say about that?
I agree with that. And I think like you just said that, you make fun of yourself. I think that when that happens, it's a form of like protecting yourself. Like I'm gonna say something about myself before you point it out.
True.
And I find myself doing that sometimes too.
I do that a lot, and maybe it's a subconscious thing. But it's like to me, it takes the power away from them, and then I guess it becomes a shield, right? Because if you're gonna make fun of yourself, I think you in your mind somehow it takes the maliciousness out of it
Right.
when
I could see that.
when they want to say something to you about it, and it's almost kind of like cutting them off at the knees,
Yeah.
and that's kind of how I look at it,
Well, for me, like, I've never been small. Like I said, I've always been the tallest kid in school. I've always been,
which is funny. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I remember when I first met you. I don't know why I thought you were gonna be like this short little tiny thing. And then when Gloria got out of her car, she was like as tall as I was. And I'm like, whoa, okay.
well, I'm almost 6 feet, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not short
Yeah,
by any
we're
means.
both about 6 feet tall. And she gets out and she's like staring me dead in the eyeballs. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Like I don't know why people are, like, have said that to me in the past. Like, oh, I didn't think you'd be like that tall. I was like,
Yeah.
well, what did you think? But as far as like I said, I've never really been like the small kid. Like I was when I was like young.
Me neither.
I was kind of a shrimp when I was like in first grade because I used to get bullied a lot.
Right.
And um I just never really fought back because it's never really been in my um what's it called? My personality,
Right.
I mean, as I've gotten older, I've learned how to use, aggression and all that stuff, but
Sure.
um I don't think I went from abusing substances to kind of picking food,
Right. Which
and
I've never chosen substances. I just pick food.
right, and it's not I've I've noticed, from other people who have been in recovery and, went from using substances to, being clean, they go for something else. So like, I knew some people who, were on certain substances and they stopped using, but then they had like this like
Well, yeah, you drop one bad habit for another
yeah,
one.
and it was coffee. Like they were
Right.
addicted to coffee. They
Right.
had to have coffee.
You stop abusing one thing and then you abuse something
Right. And
else.
that's very common. And I've
Yes,
noticed
very.
it in, other people who have gone through the same things that I have
Yeah.
in that aspect that, you drop one thing, you pick up another, and once you get bored of that, you either go back to what you were doing before or you find something else to replace it.
Right.
So for me, food became kind of like a self-soothing type of thing. I learned that I am an emotional eater, so if I'm upset, I'm gonna eat. If I'm
Yep.
angry, I'm gonna eat. If I'm sad, I'm gonna be eating,
Yes.
And it's just changing those little habits and, trying to kind of understand that because you're always in recovery, from substance abuse, whether it's alcohol or something else. That's like a lifelong thing. You're always going to struggle with it.
Right.
But it's like I've seen how far I've come.
That's like, yeah. I mean, like with as far as the weight goes, it's something that's like a lifetime thing.
Right.
Like
And
you're
that
never
that's
gonna
kind
not
of
deal with it.
right. And that's kind of what I'm getting at
Yeah.
because I don't use any substances and I don't use alcohol
And you need to eat.
and I need to eat.
Right.
That kind of became my thing. And it's just like it's trying to find the balance,
Mhm.
And like I was saying, I've seen how far I've come not using substances. And now, as I get older and I start seeing, people around me have heart issues and strokes and heart attacks
Yeah.
and, it's like, I don't think I want to take that route. And I'm still at the age where I can make a change, for myself and change that.
Right.
So it's been easier to stick to, not using substances and not overeating and just finding other ways to kind of detour myself from that.
Right. Yeah, but like I said, everyone out there should be 100% comfortable in their own skin. And I get it, like, especially with people that have weight issues, it's a struggle most of the time. But it's a doable thing, right? And I've done it, even though it's like a vicious cycle with me, but it can be done. It's something that can be changed and worked on. But even but as far as the whole thing with bullying, as being bullied as an adult, and the weight issues, there's effects, of course. Remember, we were talking about cause and effect and
Right.
words and stuff like that. So there's not only, I would say, psychological effects, but also emotional effects to being bullied, especially about your weight in your adulthood. Like, for example, psychological effects would be low self-esteem, guilty of that one, self-hate, again, guilty, chronic shame, absolutely, uh, and also social anxiety and trust issues. I'm guilty of that whole list of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as the low self esteem, that really goes without saying. I admittedly, my self esteem is not that great. I have been working on that and gotten a lot better. Um, but it's always a feeling of not being good enough or being judged. Um, and then self hate, and I would even throw body dysmorphia on that. I believe I suffer from that. Excuse me, and I'll explain why. When I see myself in a mirror, I don't see myself the way other people see me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the weirdest thing. And I'm being 100% right now with everyone out there and 100% legit. When I see myself in a mirror, I don't see myself like you would see me, or at when like if I see a picture of if I see a picture of myself, which I hate getting pictures. I don't know about people out there. I was never a fan of getting pictures. Maybe I wasn't who was it? The Native Americans thought that stole your soul or something
Yeah,
like that.
it would steal your
Maybe I was a
spirit.
Native
Yeah.
American back in my last life. I don't know. But I can look at a picture and it's like, who is that?
Right.
Like I don't,
Mm-hmm.
because the guy in the mirror that I see is not the same guy in that picture.
Right.
It's I don't know if anyone out there know has is a little more well versed in that stuff, but Absolutely. That's what I suffer from. But of course, self hate. I mean, there was a point in time. I mean, the self hate was pretty bad with me. I hated myself, and it wasn't good. It wasn't a good thing at all. And always feeling ashamed or embarrassed. I mean, a lot of people out there that have weight issues know about that one. I mean, you're constantly embarrassed. You don't want people because people are gonna judge you based on your looks.
I don't know. This is like it makes sense to me, but I don't think I've ever like my anxiety doesn't come from other people judging me because like I've said it before and I will continue to say it. I do not care.
Mine does, admittedly. Like, I try not to let people, like, even to this day, I get bullied about it, and I get angry at myself. And this is one of the things that you and I were talking about. I I get angry because I partake, and I feel like if you're, what's that saying? If you're not part of the
Solution, you're
solution,
part of the
you're
problem.
part of the problem,
Yeah.
right? Well, Mr. Rosario, I think, is part of the problem
No,
because,
it's called set boundaries.
yeah.
I am a big stickler and a big believer in setting
See,
boundaries.
but that's not easy for everyone to do,
I
set
know, I know.
boundaries.
Right.
And everyone is different, right? Some people are passive, some people are aggressive, some people are passive aggressive. It's it depends on the person. And
Right.
I know you should stand up for yourself and put your foot down, but it's not that easy, I don't
No.
think.
And like I'm thinking back as a Latina female,
Mhm.
right? The pressure to be a certain way and look a certain way
Right.
and be a certain weight. And it's always been like that. You have
But I think that's
you have
kind
the
of
tias, you have your mom and everybody else,
yeah.
kind of criticizing you and your body.
Uh,
But it's like when I was developing, I think, and looking back now at the pictures as I was growing up and a teenager and like in my younger years,
mm,
I was like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Like I wasn't even that big. Like now I'm
yeah,
like
yeah.
now I'm big.
It's
Like
funny you mentioned that because look at old pictures of myself and I'm
right.
like, what were they talking about?
Right. Like you were just a normal kid. Like
Yeah, I was not a
no,
kid.
I was chubby. I've always been, like I said, I've never been a size 5.
Right.
Um, but it was just like, I don't know, at some point it was just like, you know what? You have flaws too, lady.
Oh,
Like,
everybody does.
you know what I mean? And once you start pointing out their flaws, it's like, oh no, you're being disrespectful. I'm your mom and I'm your
Yeah.
aunt and I'm this. And it's just like, no, I'm gonna start standing up for myself because,
But
you
like I
guys,
said, it's not easy for
no, it's
everybody,
not. But you,
especially in a Latino household,
oh
right?
man,
Because
yeah.
God forbid if out there, some of you, if you know, you know. Like, don't. Why are you raising your voice at me? Like, I'm just trying to defend myself. It's like, no, no, no. You're not trying to.
No, and it's in defending myself, when I was growing up against, like, I guess verbal abuse, or I don't even know if I would
Yeah.
call it verbal abuse.
Abuse is abuse.
Right. They're talking down to you. So,
Yeah,
you know,
it's still abuse. I
it's a
mean,
be
yeah,
yeah.
I think it's still abuse.
Yeah, and it was just like
When they're being condescending, talking down to you,
there's a
making you
difference.
feel less than, then I think it constitutes as abuse.
Right. And even now, like when family members try to bring up my weight, I was like, look, lady, you're fat and balding too. So leave me alone, okay? Like, we're not going to
Yeah,
play this game. Like, I am not the
it's like
one.
we're too old for this. We're really gonna do this.
I was like, come on, dude. Like,
I get it. I mean, yeah, but then a lot of that is like, oh, you should be thin to look good. It's like I don't care what I look like. I mean, I'd rather be, if you had a choice, healthy or be like a model. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. To me,
even
the
models
looks.
aren't even healthy all the time.
No, I mean they eat toilet paper, don't they?
I
Isn't that
guess
what
it
models
was a
eat?
thing. I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I heard. That's a rumor,
A
anyways.
rumor.
Who eats toilet paper?
I don't know. You're weird, dude.
I don't know. That's what I heard. I'm just saying. Although you would lose a lot of weight eating toilet paper.
But I would imagine that would like do something to you, like,
Yeah, you wouldn't have to wipe.
oh my God, you're gross, man. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm sorry, people. I didn't mean to go there. But really, think about it. You're eating toilet paper, so.
Okay, come on, let's move on.
All right.
Moving
So,
on.
anyway, along that list that we were talking about, like a couple other things that I think about is social anxiety and trust issues, which, yes, I have social anxiety and yes, I have trust issues, which with the trust issues, I've been getting better. The social anxiety, not so much.
Hmm.
Like, I don't like going to uh, gatherings and stuff. And I'm very socially awkward too, I think.
Hmm.
And I've always said that I don't know why and for what reason I find it easier to talk to females than males.
Mm,
If them, I feel more comfortable talking to females.
right. I can get that. I understand.
So especially with the stuff that I've been through, and since I had to grow up so fast at 15 years old, I don't I don't feel like I relate to grown men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't like even me now at 50 years old, I still feel like, well, I act like, let's face it,
I mean, we're in a
like
room full of toys,
yeah,
dude.
well, I still feel like I'm a teenager or I'm stuck in, like I don't feel like, I never felt like I was a grown up.
Which is kind of weird because you were a grown up at like 15. You
Yeah,
worked
I
and
don't know. It's like that's a whole nother subject we're
yeah.
gonna cover down the line, but I know yeah, to this day I don't feel like a grown like a grown man, like a grown up. I feel like I'm stuck.
A man child.
I know emotionally that it affects you too, because you get depression, anger and resentment, loneliness. Um so I mean, obviously those go without saying. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone me I've gotten a lot better with my depression and anxiety, although I know in the past episodes I talked about how I still occasionally will get a panic attack, and those aren't never fun. And the depression isn't as bad as it used to be. I am on medication. Uh, I don't know if the medication is uh, part of the reason. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm a few credits short of my medical degree. Speaking of medication, I know for my weight issues, I did consider getting the surgery. Was not a big fan of that idea though, because I didn't want to get surgery. Not to mention,
It's a big deal to get surgery.
yeah.
It's a process.
And I've always been able to just diet and exercise and just lose the weight without surgery. So of course in my pea brain I'm like, oh, I'll just do it again, right? I can do it. But then like it got so out of control and like recently that I got put on one of those many shots that you can take now
Right.
in lieu of having the surgery. And I think it is working. So I
Oh,
can't
it
complain.
definitely is.
And I mean slowly but surely.
No, and it's kind of I don't like to share my personal like medications or anything, but
Right.
I was put on Ozempic and I was on that for I think like 2 months and I couldn't handle it.
Mhm.
So my doctor switched me over to Wegovy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and
They put me on Zepbound.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what I'm
that's what
on.
it is. And there's this stigma again with people getting shots and whether you're diabetic and needing the shot or not.
Right.
You know,
I think if you doing it just for vanity, then no. But if you're doing it for legit health, then yes, it's sometimes you need to take medication.
Yeah, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with it.
No.
Like I said, this medication has helped me out a lot. Like I was doing okay by myself,
Mm,
but now I'm doing a lot better with the medication. And you know, I couldn't handle the Ozempic. I got like really
mm,
well, you saw I had
yeah,
really bad side effects for the 2 or 3 months that I was on it.
right,
And this medication seems to be working a lot better. So, I guess back then there was like a shortage, like maybe a year and a half ago. There was like, because everybody was like on it.
right,
But now it's starting to become like a little bit more regulated. So, it's available all the time.
right.
And there's nothing wrong with taking medication to like lose
To help
weight.
you? No, not
No,
at all.
not at all. I think that even if you're doing it for vanity reasons, like
Mm.
who cares?
I mean, that's your business if you're
Right.
doing it for vanity, but me personally, I don't think it's not for you then. If you're just doing it to look a certain way, it shouldn't even be prescribed to you.
No,
That's like plastic
no, I
surgery. Like,
disagree with that. If you can pay for the medication, then get it. If your insurance covers it, get it.
okay, so then I pose a question to you.
Hmm.
If say this heart medication, uh that is for people that have high blood pressure or whatever.
Right.
If someone just decided they just to take it, they want to take it, should they be prescribed it?
But you're comparing
Well, I
somebody's
guess that
weight
was a
issue.
bad. Yeah,
That's not a great example, dear. You're comparing somebody
I don't
who's
know.
using
I just
heart medication to somebody who's losing weight on like
okay, but say the heart medication had like side effects where you could, uh, lose the wrinkles in your face or something like
oh,
that.
prescribe it to me, put me
No,
on it.
I mean I don't know. I mean I guess if you go to a plastic surgeon, which that's a whole nother issue, right? Like some people that get surgeries, I I don't know.
To
It's
each
like
their own.
yeah, I mean you do you. If you that's what you want to do. I'm not please everybody out there, don't I'm not trying to condemn anything. Do what you want to do. You're a grown up. Most of you are. Uh but yeah, I don't know. I don't that's I guess we differ on that. I don't think if it's
Whatever, in my opinion, whatever you decide with your personal doctor is your business.
yeah, I mean for
Be
sure.
on weight loss medication for weight loss, then use it for that. If you need it to be or because you're a diabetic, do it for that
Right.
reason. I don't care. Just, don't be
Right.
a jerk.
Yeah.
You know?
So anyway, back to the whole emotional impacts of like depression, anger, loneliness. Um, it's loneliness, I guess, is a big one because I know for me personally, there's a feeling of people not ever accepting me as I am,
Mm-hmm.
which I do struggle with sometimes, or that nobody understands me or accepts me.
Right.
Like, and everyone wants to be accepted and understood,
Yeah,
right?
I could see that.
But then, of course, then all this stuff happens and whatever. And then Joel wants to go get a son of Baconator or whatever food of choice. Mainly snack. I would say mainly snack foods, though.
And again, these are all habits that I'm not saying you particularly,
Nah,
but instead of reaching for a baconator, how about you reach for a baby carrot or
for a
some
carrot stick,
I don't
which I
know.
do like carrots. I like carrots
I mean,
with ranch dressing.
I hate ranch dressing.
Who hates ranch?
I don't hate it, but it feels
Look,
like it's in everything.
this is true. And look, ranch dressing is delicious. Although people who dip their pizza in ranch, I don't understand that at all.
Don't
Especially
even
being from Chicago.
don't even
Don't
start with the
you
pizza.
dare.
No.
That's like ketchup on hot dogs. Don't you dare put. Well, you know what? Well, there's a whole nother debate. We could probably do a whole show on no
Chicago
ketchup.
foods.
Yeah, no ketchup on hot dogs, Italian beef sandwiches, you name it, pizza, tavern style. But anyways, I'm making myself hungry on this weight episode,
Contradictory.
right? Uh, but yeah, I mean, we were talking about, it becomes your drug, like the way
Yeah.
you deal. The food's not gonna judge you. It makes you feel good. It's comforting. That's what you want. You want to feel comforted.
And certain type of foods release serotonin and that make you feel good.
Right.
Because let's face it, nobody's happy eating a salad. Like,
I don't mind eating
no,
salad.
but that was a joke.
Right.
Like, it was a joke. I love vegetables. And I've I don't know, I can eat that over anything. But these are all things that you can change in the habits and stuff. So I know it's something that we're both working on. We have our good days and we have our days where we have pizza and we're okay with it because we're
Right.
not eating
Well, everything in
pizza.
moderation. I know I had
Right.
one nutritionist told me, you can eat anything. It's like you should not deprive yourself of anything. If you want to have pizza, have it. You want tacos, have it. Just don't eat 12 tacos.
No, and what I find works for me, and this is just for me, I don't know, everybody's different. But if I have pizza today, which I can't even handle pizza anymore.
Uh,
If I have, let's say, like a hamburger today, tomorrow I choose to eat better.
right.
You know what I mean? And it's just like you can't beat yourself up over, something.
Right.
And if you're gonna start something, start it now. Why wait till Monday?
Yeah, it's never too late.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so with all the whole everything we've been talking about weight and stuff, and I know we're kind of talking, kind of just glazing over and kind of making it a general thing. But it's something you can fix it, you can work on it, you can change it. And like even with your mental health and all of that, it doesn't hurt to look for help. So be it therapy or support groups or other people that are kind of struggling with it and that are willing to talk and help each other out. Just search for that help and just know that uh, that can be temporary, right? You can be not feeling not so good this day, but then you can eventually get to where you want to get to, right?
Yes.
So it's something that, uh, like I said, it's something you can change, something you can make better. And I'd like to know what people out there, what their views on all of this stuff is. And me personally, it's an ongoing something I'm working on constantly. And let's face it, people, I see myself every day, my clothes, everything. I know what's going on. I don't need people to tell me.
I know I'm a biggins.
Yeah, I know I'm a big one. So, whatever.
Actually, I'm starting to remember something. When I was in junior high, um, guys used to call me like Thunder Thighs and like all this. What was it? I did it to myself. I called myself Gorilla for the basketball team.
Right.
It was just like,
I think that's pretty cool. Hey, here comes Gorilla. Rrr.
yeah, well,
That's like an
no, and
intimidation.
it gave certain people, ammo.
License to freaking
Right, but it
talk
was just
crap.
like, I just,
See, that's what I don't get. Like some people, they just, oh, he's calling himself this or that. I'm gonna call him this. Like, who?
it actually didn't bother me. Like, I kind of laughed, like, Thunder Thighs, like,
Yeah,
what? You're weird, man. But all in all, just be comfortable where you're at. Wherever you're at with your body, nobody has the right to talk down to you. So, I know it's hard for some people, but learn to stand your ground and learn to defend yourself because at the end of the day, you only have you,
true.
you know?
And it is difficult. I get it.
It
Like I
is.
know me personally, I don't like to. I don't like to start stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Things can turn ugly quick. I know, but it's like you're absolutely right. Try stand your ground and set boundaries.
Yeah, boundaries especially is like super important. I think a lot of people don't feel comfortable with, setting boundaries and limits. But unless you stand your ground and set your boundaries,
Mm,
people are always going to find a way to get to you emotionally and mentally,
right.
you know. And at least for me, it took me a long time to get to the place where I'm at right now mentally. Um it's hard, and sometimes I'm not going to say I don't get down on myself because everyone does. It's
Of
normal.
course, it's normal, yeah.
But you have to remember that if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of other things and other people and people who
You can't
depend on.
enjoy life. You can't.
No, and it's just like, just do your best.
Yeah, do the
You
best
know,
you can.
you messed
And
up today, fix it
exactly.
tomorrow.
Yep. That's what we've been saying in other episodes too. It's like us, like we speak for us, but like it's not like, oh, every day is gonna be, a
Sunshine
good
and
day.
butterflies.
Oh, we're gonna have a good day today, blah blah blah. There's been times people where I wake up and I'm like, this is gonna be a great day.
Dun
And
dun
then I
dun.
go to work and it freaking sucks.
Womp
So it's like, yeah. So I'm just being real, right? I mean, you're not gonna be happy every day. Sure, you can work on having the good attitude every day. Don't get me wrong, but some days you feel like, just you're not feeling it. Like today's not the day. Like you don't feel like dealing with people's stuff. You don't wanna, you don't want to eat the salad. You want to eat the hamburger. Uh,
And see, that's a huge misconception too. Like you have to eat salads to lose weight. And that's the only way you're going to lose weight. It's like, no, it's about balance and reminding yourself, like, you're worthy of things. Like, you're worthy of people loving you. You're worthy of,
I like that you said that balance. Balance is huge. That's the word,
right. And the balance,
right?
you know, and it's just like, you don't have to start crazy, like going to the gym like 15 hours
I'll go once a week,
once a week
about an
and then
hour or two.
increase it and increase it and
Hey,
increase it until you get to the point where you
go for a
like
20-minute
want to
walk,
be.
then turn into a half an hour walk, then it turns into an hour walk.
Right, and eventually, I mean, you will get to where you want to be, but it's like
Yeah,
you have to put the work in. It's not about, just taking medication and waiting for it to take effect. Like you have to take the steps to
right.
get to where you want to be.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean it's you're gonna have good days, bad days. Just keep moving forward is basically it.
And also just remember not to mess with me because I throw hands.
Yeah, gorilla, but she throws
Gorilla throws
hands.
hands.
All right, so we'll leave that now. We try not to make that too serious and heavy, but I like to hear
But
what you guys, yeah, like to hear what you guys think about all of that stuff, and we'll touch on this in other episodes. I mean, we're here for the long haul. So, speaking of, you got any stories you want to tell or?
I have one and I'll make it quick.
Okay.
Um so I grew up in like the suburbs,
Mm-hmm.
and for those of you from like my hometown that like possibly listen to the show,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. um do you guys remember Randhurst, or what was it?
Was it Ranhurst Mall or something like
No, no,
that?
no, no. It wasn't the mall. It was Magic Waters or Randhurst something or other.
It's not like a water
It
park
was
or
like a
something?
water park in Des Plaines. Like
Oh,
it
okay.
was like
Okay.
downtown Des Plaines, then you went up a little further and then there was like a water park.
That's long gone, right? I
I
don't even
think
know.
they call it something else now. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I was like, I'm sure somebody will tell me at some point what it was.
Yeah. So if anybody remembers, let us know.
Well, anyways, I was like I said, I was a chubby kid. I wasn't like obese or anything.
Right, but you were built big.
I was a biggins.
Right.
And, I'm at the park and the water park and I'm splashing away, just minding my business, just existing as always. And
Right.
um, there was a group of like maybe 2 or 3 boys. I don't remember. We were all the same age. I must have been like maybe 5th grade, 6th,
Mm.
and no, maybe even younger. But whatever, that doesn't matter. Um, so I was like splashing away and like kind of dunking myself, and they came up to me and they're like, "You're a whale." And
Okay.
in my little brain, I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm a whale." Like,
They were trying to insult you, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm a whale."
yeah, I'm a whale. Like, you know what I mean? And thinking back now, like that was something mean, but
You
it
were being innocent and stuff,
not from
minding
my
your own
I
business,
was just playing, minding my business. Like, I don't know who you guys are or anything.
and they're over here trying to insult you.
And it was just like they were taken back. They're like, "No, you're as big as a whale." It's like, "Yeah, I'm tall and I'm like strong and." And it was just they looked so puzzled.
They
And
look.
they looked at
So it kind of backfired on him.
it
It
kind
sounds
of
like.
did, but it was kind of like it was my sense of not caring
Right.
and my sense of thinking like, "Oh, they recognize that I could swim. Like this is
Right.
awesome."
Right. Well, like I said, you were being just an innocent
I
kid.
was a kid.
Right.
And it was like I think back and I laugh, because I was like, um, I think by the end of the afternoon, like they had joined my little group of friends and we were already like playing, like it didn't matter,
Right.
you know. And it was just like I get a kick when I think about that story because it's like it still applies to me now.
Right.
You know, um, one of my teachers, later on in life told me something. And it was just like we were talking about like mental abuse and people around me who were mental abused and he's like, always remember this. He's like, if I walked up to you and I called you a giraffe, are you a giraffe? And I was like, no. And he's like, why? And I was like, because I'm not an animal. I'm not this. I don't have this. And he's like, that's the kind of thinking you need to form your mentality about when people talk down to you or just because you say I'm a certain animal or I act a certain way or I'm this or I'm that, it doesn't identify me as who I am.
That's very good.
Yeah, and it kind of stuck with me. And it's like, I think that's where I started to kind of pick up on, you know, you mind your business and I'll mind mine. I don't care what you do in
But
your
people ain't
house.
like that. They don't
No,
mind their
no,
own
no,
business.
they don't. And it's like so apparent nowadays,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, that was my little story. I was like, I get a kick out of it because it's just like a whale. Like,
All right. Well, I got a quick weight story. I mean, I guess it goes with weight because it's overeating, but uh, I don't remember how old I was. I know I was young, and this was on a Halloween. I don't remember if I was Gene Simmons from Kiss or one of the robots from Battlestar Galactica. For those older people out there listening, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was one of those years. Anyways, yes, I was Gene Simmons from Kiss one year. And it was, remember those old Halloween costumes, which was
the mask with the plastic
the
outfit.
plastic mask with like basically it's an plastic apron that had like clothes, the clothes were printed on it.
Yeah,
Anyways,
they were hot and just no.
anyways,
Mhm.
so went Halloween trick or treating. I made out like a bandit that year. Remember that? I come home and I go in my room and I, I don't remember if my mom was trying to confiscate my candy or wanted to look through. I have no idea. But I snuck my whole bag of loot into my room and I proceeded when I went to bed sit there and eat most of the candy in my bag.
Ew.
I almost want to say I ate all of it.
Oh gosh, that's a lot.
People, a whole bag of Halloween candy. So I ate it, wrappers everywhere, went to bed. Next morning, I had this weird sensation come over my body.
Ugh.
I turned to my right to roll out of bed, and there we go. All the Halloween candy wanted to come out again.
Oh.
And it was just, I've never seen so much liquid come out of a person.
All in different colors, I bet.
Actually, no. And I don't want to gross anyone out there. But it looked like someone spilled a gallon of chocolate milk on my floor in my room.
Man, that's gross.
Yeah, it is pretty gross. And of course, Mama Rosario, what happened? And then she had to find out that I sat there and ate that whole bag of candy.
Oh man.
And of course, that's what you get, it serves you right. But yeah, I never did that again, ever. But yeah, that's what I get for eating all my Halloween candy.
Ugh. I can't imagine just sitting there and eating all that like candy.
Yeah, it was like that was like, no, that was not recommended.
Well, I mean, maybe that's adult me because I think kid me would have been like, yeah.
Like, yeah, I got all this candy.
Right.
Yeah, well. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Sorry to gross you out at the end there, but I thought it was funny.
Ew. Ew.
All right, guys. Like I said, we appreciate you guys listening in. Don't forget to visit the blog website, sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com. There you'll find some articles that are written, stuff we talk about, fun stuff, not so fun stuff. Actually, I shouldn't say it like that, but you guys know what I'm saying. Sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com. Please visit, browse around. You're welcome anytime. You guys got any suggestions, questions, anything at all? Give us a drop a line at sessionsandlessonsmail@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you guys. We'll engage with you, get back to you. Also, don't forget the socials, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Just look us up, Sessions and Lessons. You should be able to find us. Feel free to engage on there. Post whatever you want on there. We'll for sure engage. We'll jump in there as well. So we're leaving it here. Thanks, guys, for listening, tuning in. Please spread the word. Let everybody know that we're here. Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio. Where else are we?
All major platforms.
Most major platforms, yeah. YouTube, you can find us on YouTube. So, yeah, just spread the word. Appreciate you guys listening, tuning in, subscribing. Please let people know about us. We are trying to, I don't know, what are we trying?
Expand.
I guess, yeah.
But
All right, guys. Talk to you later. We will see you on the next episode. Anything you want to add, Mrs. Rosario?
be nice to yourself.
Be nice to yourself. Be nice to others. Remember, you can be the catalyst that make changes you need, personal or otherwise. So, don't be afraid to be the spark that starts the fire. All right, guys. Talk to you on the next one.